Hello, good day, viewers. A good day to our subscribers, wherever you're watching from. You're noted. Welcome back to Aquarius Media. I am Clementina E. Ukiri, Esquire, the administrator of this YouTube channel. I'm a legal practitioner, and for today's video, I will be taking you all through the journey of how to investigate land, the titles to land in Lagos, the process of investigating titles to land in Nigeria, specifically in Lagos. You're welcome back. And for our new viewers and subscribers, you're welcome, and I hope that you make the most out of this channel. So, what is investigation of title? So, what does title investigation means to you? Yes, investigation of title to land is the process of confirming the title of the vendor or the owner of the land as represented by him or her. So, if one says, I am the owner of this land, and then these are my documents to back up my claim, the process of confirming, finding out from different crannies and corners whether or not those representations are true is what investigation of title of land means. So, the aim of investigation is to know if the title of the land is defective and ascertain if the land has a good title. Title simply means to lay persons that this is my power of ownership over this piece of land or this plot, hectare and acres of land. This is my proof of ownership. This is my authority, my legal or equitable rights of ownership over this plot of land. That is what title means. So the whole essence is to find out if that title is defective, if there is a problem with it. Perhaps, yes, I own this one plot of land. However, I borrowed money from the bank and I used the title of my land as a mortgage instrument, right? And the loan was advanced to me. At the end, I couldn't repay the loan. And now the bank came and did what? Sold the land to recoup their monies. In that instance, if I had brought documents, from my past ownership and presented it to a proposed buyer, the title is already passed to someone else by virtue of the mortgage transaction. You see, so now it is not enough to bring documents that tallies with my name over the property, duly registered and everything. A purchaser must go the extent of due diligence through his or her solicitors or solicitor to find out and confirm the position of the claimed title. Now, in Nigeria, registration of title to land is mandatory, right? However, it is trite that registration of land in Nigeria does not cure defects in title to land. So one can actually buy a land and then run to the land registry, submit everything, survey plan, drawing plan, whatever that is required, the deed of assignment, pay for stamp duties, and then you register it, they give you C of O. That is registration. And you've gotten the governor's consent, everything, blah, blah, blah. But the registration does not cure a defect in the root of title. If somebody else comes in the future to say that this land that you have hurriedly registered to your name and they give you a CFO, Kilode, this deed of assignment, who signed it for you? The people that signed for you, they are not members of our family. So you bought from the wrong spot, from the wrong set of persons. In other words, you cannot build something or nothing. You are not the owner of the land. Then the new person who is contesting can put in an application to cancel the registration. The people can now go to court or somewhere else to slug out the title properly. So registration does not even cure defect in title. That is why even if someone presents to a purchaser or a would-be purchaser that look at my CFO, you must also, as a purchaser solicitor or purchaser, go on to verify, investigate anyhow you can to confirm the claims of the vendor. Now, so investigation to title to land is of utmost importance and should rank in priority over registration. It is a duty of the purchaser solicitor, like I've mentioned, to investigate the title on behalf of his client in order to note defects in the property. So that is what you pay a lawyer for when you want to buy land. Do not say, I know the seller, the vendor is my church member, this person is my relative, he cannot cheat me, cannot let me ask you. Who say do your due diligence? Pay a lawyer, get a solicitor, pay them to do due diligence, because it's better to spend your money to do due diligence and confirm your position than to buy litigation that you may lose at the end of the day. Money for the investment will be lost, money for court litigation will be lost. Possibly if you had improved on the property, it's all gone. The emotional trauma, the psychological trauma is not worth it. So you can get done with that by laying your foundation very right. Now, how do we investigate title? What are the stages of investigation? Because we keep saying investigation. The question is that, okay, where do we go to and what are the stages of investigation? What do we do now? Okay, we are ready. I'm sure you are ready to investigate that land, that piece of land that the real estate is selling. There are instances, particularly here in Lagos, where a real estate company will buy vast expanse of land and then they develop it or clear it or kind of make it very good, and then they sell. They present CFOs. And then before you know it, people will invest their monies. The government will revoke the title. The government will revoke the CFO. Why? They will say, this part of land falls under acquisition. So the government is acquiring it. You'll now be wondering, but how come they give us CFO? They can always be mistakes. So one has to check the Gazette, go to Surveyor General's office, go to places, right, and do your due diligence. That is left for the lawyer to do. So now, the first step to investigation of title to land is traditional investigation. We cannot do away with meetings with members of the family, wherein the family head or the head of the town or community will be present to verify the root of title. You must verify, because every land you buy in Nigeria falls within a certain community. There are people living that were settling there prior in time. So you must be cautious enough for your own good to meet the leaders, the heads, the chieftaincy, all of those, to say, please, this land, I'm interested in it, or we're interested in it. By your occupation of this place from time memorial, can you confirm the family that has this land? If there's any history, please, I don't mind, I want to know. It wouldn't take you much. A bottle of wine, cola nuts, alligator pepper, put small money on top. Respect them very well. They'll give you all the history. Yes, they would. So, ownership of the land and to ascertain if the land is family owned or individually owned. These are the information they would give to you. The physical inspection is stage 2 in investigation of title. Physical inspection would mean that it is done with a surveyor. You always go with a surveyor present alongside the purchaser's solicitor. The aim of physical inspection is to confirm the exact description and size of the property. So if they tell you this is a vast expanse of land and you intend to buy one plot of land, they need to confirm if the land falls within another family land, and if the land is even enough, is big enough as where you can carve one plot from. Removing the roads, drainage and all that. You need the surveyor there. Physical inspection. And also by physical inspection, you may be able to see that if the land is contentious, you may even spot somebody writing caveat emptor, which means buyers beware. This land is not a subject of sale or purchase. You will not pinch yourself and say, hey, buyers beware, caveat emptor, then you ask questions. So physical inspection cannot be overemphasized. And then also, you may even note that maybe they will tell you that, okay, this land is empty, spacious and everything. You may get there and you see people occupying the land. Maybe somebody built a tent in one area on the land and they said it's empty. You say, why is somebody occupying here? Let me inquire. So to be sure that maybe it is not a lessor who is using it to do something. You will not ask, why are you here? This land, are you the owner? What's blah blah? And they will give you all the information. Sometimes you may even see neighbors of the adjoining land, so where you're interested in. You ask the neighbors, please, are you the owner here? Yes. Do you know who has this part of the land here? Can you confirm, do you know him? Is he really the owner? Blah blah. Okay, what do you know? Is there any fight, a quarreling family, people dragging? Are you aware of any court matter? Blah blah blah. You ask. Physical inspection is very key, and you must always go there with your solicitor and the surveyor handy, to give you the report. Now, having said that, there is the next stage, which is physical inspection of documents. When they give you documents or give your solicitor a document to the land that you want to purchase, you look at the names, you look at the history. Maybe they give you deed of assignment from 1900, deed of conveyance from 1980 something, then was passed to so person, and then so drew a survey plan. So look at the consistency, the history of transfer, of how the property has devolved from one person to the other. Look at the consistency. Inspect, possibly to know the real owner of the land. Because if I present a document to you bearing the name of someone else and I want to sell in my own name, you have to ask, what is the relationship between you and the last owner by this document? Did he or she give to you, give to the survivors, give to you in his lifetime, or you bought? Where is the instrument of gift? Where is the instrument of purchase? You have to verify that. It's very important. Then the next stage is search at the Land Registry and Surveyor General's office. In Lagos, the Office of Surveyor General and Land Registry are together at Alausa. They are in the same compound. So you can simply, through your solicitor, write an application letter to these people, to conduct a search, and then physically your solicitor will go there to find out, the purpose of discovering any encumbrance that is registered on the property or against the property, and to ascertain the true owners of the property. Only lands that have been registered can be searched for at the land registry. You see, that's one of the reasons why registration of land is mandatory, so that if there is an encumbrance, maybe somebody had bought or they use it for mortgage or something, you find out at the land. If they are fighting over it, find out at the land registry as well. So any land, regardless of whether it is registered or not, can be charted at the office of the Surveyor General. So see why this place is important, because at the Surveyor General's office, whether a land is registered at the land registry or not, the entire survey of Lagos or Nigeria, as it were, depending on the state you are operating from, is captured by the survey general. So there they can tell you this land is an accession, this land is has been taken over by the government, this land is only for the purpose of agriculture, this land is for so that you will know what you are dealing in. Because sometimes you see some land, they are very cheap. Say, this land is very cheap. I want to build a mansion here. How can they be selling land in Lekki for a plot 150 million, 300 million, 400 million? Hi, and this one is 600,000 naira. You now go and buy. You buy 5 acres of land. Meanwhile, when you want to build your mansion, they say, can't build mansion here. This land is just for agricultural purpose. Government will come and seal and say, please get out from me. You'll be surprised. This is not my own land. I'll say no. The government will say no. This land has been charted for only agricultural purpose. So that is why it was even cheap in the first instance. So you go and buy to not serve your purpose. So that is that. Then search at the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, aside from a search at the land registry, land that belongs to corporations as incorporated under the Companies and Allied Matters Act should be subject to a further search at the Corporate Affairs Commission. This is to reveal if there are encumbrances on the company that can affect the title to the property, such as floating or fixed charges. So now, in this instance, if the land belongs to an individual, you wouldn't need to go to the Corporate Affairs Commission. But if it's a company that has the land, maybe ABC Limited, and they bought the land, so they want to use it for something or whatever, then somehow the company borrowed money, they now use the land, as a collateral or something, then they will register the encumbrance at the CAC. Then a probate registry, search at the probate registry. These are for properties that are derived, whose title are derived from wills, right? Or from the administration of the estate of a deceased person. Wills or administration of the estate of a deceased person. If, for instance, Mr. Lagbaja died and wrote a will and gave Miss Georgina a plot of land, right, in the will, it will be, the will will be lodged at the registry, probate registry, and everything. So you need to, if you are not buying such a land that was willed to someone, you have to confirm the will, and if that gift is in the will. Do you understand? You cannot just, if they produce one will, go and search. The original copy is always in the land registry. They apply for the certified true copy of it to verify what you're dealing in and all that. So these are the. So let me leave it here today. So in conclusion, generally, as an intending purchaser seeking to purchase land or any landed property in Lagos or any part of Nigeria, it is advised that most stages, if not all, except it doesn't apply to your circumstance, as stated above, should be adhered to before purchasing any land. This will help any intending purchaser to avoid buying property with defective titles. It is therefore very important to conduct a proper search and to do due diligence before purchasing any lands in Nigeria. I hope you enjoy this series. If you have any questions or comments or contributions, you can send it privately to my email address, which I'll put on the screen. Send it so that in our next series we can address and talk about it. So, you see, it is very important that we know what we are dealing on as it relates to property, to avoid what I think the Benin people will say, Ogbele, bad market, Igbese. Thank you so much for watching and keeping up with our channel. God bless you and see you next time very soon. Bye for now.